Now here are your choices, and you don't have to you choose one twice or mix or whatever you want.
Right.
But they're already rearranged themselves. So yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself. You can watch the magic wherever you want. Anyone can watch the magic wherever they want.
Let's go. Oh, and you move too.
They move around, yeah.
All right. I'm still gonna start and go this way. That's you.
Hell yeah.
You moved. I'm thinking, can I get action, thought, narration, dialogue?
Action, thought, narration, dialogue. You're still alive.
Oh, you can get weird. Whatever you want to do.
It's kind of afraid with Corin. That ship's sailed.
Narration or dialogue or dialogue narration?
Narration,
Yeah.
we can dialogue.
Dialogue is excellent.
Excellent.
Thank you so much. Yes, sure.
You're such a giving host.
I know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Am I starting?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. He takes a flashlight from the utility closet and stuffs a pair of gloves into his waistband. But as soon as he steps outside, the cold smacks him hard enough that he puts them on.
He laughed. He bit his nails, the pointer first, then the thumb on each hand. He spit them into his palm, lowered his hand on to his side, and dropped them to the ground.
The pink-shirted man extended a tanned, well-muscled forearm. He had a watch that looked like it must have cost as much as a yacht.
Hey! Some of my closest friends are shopping carts.
You are lying in the hot sand, but no book. In your next fantasy, an old standby, you are running. You have a flag on a stick that means something. You are faster than all the animals. Everything is burning in your wake. You're truly awake. The flames are taking the shapes of everyone you've ever heard of in a herd. Behind you, they are overtaking you. In a last gasp, you're engulfed. It's the kind of thing that leaves real people scarred for life.
He imagined all the great things he could do. The door opened and a masked stranger walked in. He grabbed the guy by his throat, body slammed him, crushed his neck with his foot.
She twisted her ankle back and forth until her shoe slipped off. It was strangely erotic somehow. I caught myself staring at her for a second too long and looked up. Her husband met my eyes with a knowing wink and I looked away, trying to brush it off.
This is a joke. I'm a Gemini and an existentialist.
The man
This is a different joke. What did the gas fuel say to the ethanol? Stop being so corny. I'm almost exhausted entirely.
The man who'd been promised the sweaters had been there for brunch. Now he stood in the hedges, watching the woman talk, and the man poke his finger into the eye of a mask and touch the wall behind it.
He watched the birds. Only a few passed. He watched the water. It rose, slowly, surely it grew. He thought of his wife, but didn't know what to think. Maybe she had made it to her roof as well.
Despite his inability to hold a job, the hackers and the suits kept coming back to him to put these massive deals together. Each time he was the glue that made it happen, as much as all the companies involved hated to admit it, especially after he'd get busted, for example, wearing a Bin Laden mask and the company hat after a drug-fueled police chase through downtown Dubai.
Yes.
Give me a life or two to settle down. I get it.
A thief crawled in through my window and took a bunch of my stuff. But I wasn't alarmed because he looked so familiar with all his fingers. The dark outfit, the apocalyptic 2x2 of his limbs, eyes, nostrils, the all-over symmetry of his presentation, one foot in front of the other, like a good soldier.
He pulled his wallet out, dropped it. His arms were shaking. He was making soft sounds with his mouth.
He took a sharp breath, bit his tongue, and pulled over to the Google gas station on Market. It was in the shape of an O. There were 5 other gas stations scattered around the different city districts, shaped like a G, an O, a G, an L, and an E. If you looked at San Francisco in satellite view on your mobile, you could see Google spelled out across the map.
It's just emotion taking over. Like right now, how even in this coastal version of traffic, out of nowhere I can slip back through time. Nobody left in this world except every single other person in this world. I don't think that two things come in twos. I just like when 103.7 does this song to the 70s thing.
That day they were blowing off work in rented kayaks and wasting it by having a fight. Now they were in the silence that comes when articulate people can't make anything move with their vocabulary.
This, he thought, is going well.
Next!